Our NFL friends up north are busting out the sweatshirts and blankets, but not us. TIAA Bakefield is pretty idyllic tonight, almost perfect, as we say hello from Jacksonville. Tonight, we wrap up Week 11 with a good Monday nighter between the Miami Dolphins and the Jacksonville Jaguars. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports.
Taken in at the 3. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
And right away, whistles and a flag down. And I believe we'll start the night with a 1st and 15. A false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15.
Straight ahead, ETN.
This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
2nd and 12. Now Lawrence.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
On the counter, ETN.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will.
Another tote for ETN.
Oh, he's got some breathing room.
And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35.
Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 35-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's ETN.
And he's got some space here. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville.
Travis Etienne with his 13th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards on the play. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Here we go on 2nd and 12. They'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Well, this defense for the Jaguars, they put together a strong effort last week in the win over Chicago.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And he finds his target, Ebron. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 37. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Jet sweep. Boyd with it. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Well, I sure wouldn't be surprised if we see more of this as this game goes on, because we know they like to use their wideouts either on quick throws or on jet sweeps like what we just saw there. And to say that that one worked well, partner, that's stating the obvious.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a 1st. Looking to throw. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he'll be brought down at the 27. And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter.
Come on. Hey, check that. Street. Clear the road. Let's go.
On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. And he's able to pick up the 1st down here before he goes down at the 26. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that. But by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
He gets this one to Boyd.
And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. Well, this is what you want to see from your rookie quarterback on an opening drive, Charles. He looks cool, he looks calm, he looks collected in marching them down the field.
And, Brandon, I just think the game continues to change and evolve because we're calling these guys rookies. But, you know, they've thrown the football so much at a younger level now, way more so than what we saw when guys came into the league when you and I came through.
And also just the way, in particular to him, Charles, how he handles himself in meetings. Just so professional, mature. Looks like he's been in the league 5 years.
Yeah, he cares about the game. He cares about his performance, and it's showing.
And he comes back with one complete. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Up the middle they go. Walls. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. A great effort there. His 17th touchdown now on the season.
And the Dolphins respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
87 yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start.
Clock runs, less than a minute to go, and an entertaining first quarter of play.
On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence.
He's got a man. It's his fullback. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Hey, exit.
Lawrence will throw.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And the Dolphins will take over possession here up at the 44. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
A good start to the drive. Here's that's caught out on the left side. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 7-7, our score after one.
That's the end of the first quarter, with the score tied 7-7.
Okay, ready?
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. They'll set up to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
And that's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Here's 2nd and 8. That's caught. Waddle on the left side. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. It'll be a gain of 5. And that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4.
Ready, break.
Now a handoff up the middle. Walls. Oh, and fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. This will be caught at about the 6. Touchdown, Dolphins. Tyreek Hill, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula to get them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they get this game tied up.
On 1st down, Lawrence. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Lawrence. And completes it to Kirk over the middle. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 41-yard line. Looking to throw, Lawrence. He'll drop that underneath to ETN. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
On 2nd down, a run with ETN. Room here to run. Touchdown, Jaguars. Travis Etienne, halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50. And the Jaguars are an extra point away from evening this one up. Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Taken in at the 3. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40.
At their own 39-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. There have been points on the board. We just saw back-to-back touchdown drives. I love it. I'm high-fiving our statistician, Christian McLeod, and you're angry. You're a defensive guy.
If you met one of my defensive coordinators, God rest his soul, I'm surprised he isn't in this booth right now wanting to really take you on. This is not football the way he sees it. He wants a good old-fashioned kicking game, defense, field position, and we're getting an up-and-down-the-field game here.
I'll take him. Where's his tombstone?
Boot Hill, baby.
Another first down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here.
And they'll use him out of the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. This will be caught. It's Waddle. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
My goodness, they've come out locked in on this drive. Play calling, execution, they're fully in sync. 3 straight passes, 3 first downs.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. A great play there. His second TD of the game and 18th of the year. And the Dolphins have broken our tie as they take the lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is now 21-14. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Lawrence finding Kirk there for the Jaguar first. ETN up the middle. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Here's Lawrence. He finds his man, complete. That's Harvey. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 34-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
And they'll throw on first down with Lawrence. This is caught. It's Kirk. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Just looking at it from a defensive perspective, when you break the huddle in the red zone, tight end is one of the guys you've got to key on because quarterbacks want the ball in their hands fast in this position, and they want to get it to someone. And in this case, he had the play. They just didn't complete it.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Hey, stand up!
But to throw again is Lawrence. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Christian Kirk from 13 yards out. And the Jags are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Extra point right down the middle. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. Teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. On first down, Walls. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. So 3 plays, already first and goal, and they are wasting little time. They'll set up a throw. And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on second and goal here. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he's going to go down again. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag in the backfield. Is this a hold, or did they rough the quarterback? So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's first and goal. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. From the 2 now, second and goal. They'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete.
That's a good decision there. He was looking, and he was looking, but the coverage was excellent. Nice job to get rid of it and try and find something better on third and goal. He didn't let that clock accelerate and force him into an error.
They'll look to throw on third and goal toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So they opted to pass for it on third and goal. Let's see what they do on fourth and goal.
Well, I think they threw it with the idea that if they didn't get it, they would go for it on fourth and goal. So they've got another play in their pocket. They're going to have to call it right now. No field goal here.
So 3 points on the board, as easy a field goal as you're going to get, but I can see you shaking your head.
I love that peripheral vision of yours, partner, because to me, if it's the fourth quarter and you're up 6, I get it. But now, even if you run and don't get in, you're still setting them up to go a long field, 98, 99-yard drive. How do you look at your defense and not give them that opportunity?
On the 6. Move your horses.
Final play of the half. It's Lawrence. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter three? The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well. And most importantly, partner,
and they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. On third down, Walls. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
Brandon, they're still in the lead, but momentum's certainly been going the opposite direction. So to me, that's a really important pickup there on third down.
Try and regain some confidence, and you're right. They need to stem the tide a little bit. That certainly helped. Now the pass finding its way into the hands of Eric Ebron. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. After the sack here, second and 11. They're going to look to throw. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
Brandon, you know I'm all about quarterbacks protecting themselves, but I have to admit it, I liked what I just saw there. That rookie wasn't afraid of absorbing a big hit. Now, you don't want to see him taking those shots all game long, but he picked up the first down, kept fighting for yards, and was willing to embrace some contact to keep the play moving.
That's out to Hill, right side complete. And he's out of bounds, almost gets to the 10. He continues to deliver a first down here. He had 4 catches in the first half, and this one number 5.
Check, contact, check, contact. Go, check.
Up the middle they go. Walls. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up second and 5. They'll keep it on the ground. Walls. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pick up a 3. In motion, Hill. On third down, Walls. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to fourth down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on fourth down. So on fourth down, Dolphin kicker Jason Sanders comes on. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. The kick by Sanders is good, and that will double their lead as it's up to 6. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the third quarter. Throwing now, Lawrence on first down. Eluding the pressure right. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down. And don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
A handoff for Etienne. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a fourth down. Well done.
And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence. And the pass is intercepted. He was looking for Ingram. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. So 8 yards on the completion there, and it'll be second and a couple. He'll drop to throw. He gets this one to Boyd. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Out to his left. And he finds his target, Ebron. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. They'll run on first down. Walls. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's second and goal. They'll keep it on the ground. Walls. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. Yeah, this is going to depend on the spot, but I believe he might be a few inches short. The keeper nets him only a yard, and that's going to bring up 4th. It's kind of an interesting decision. 1-score game, 3rd quarter. What do you do?
Yeah, I'm willing to go out on the limb on this one and go for it. Here's why. If I sit...
And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. The sneak successful from a yard out. And the Dolphins will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. They'll look to throw. to the goal line, but it's incomplete. Should have been picked. Probably doesn't matter on a two-point conversion, but still, as a former DB, you want to grab that ball when you can, don't you?
You certainly do, and don't say it, because I know you're thinking it. Don't say it.
What am I thinking?
You know I know what you're thinking. Well, if he'd had hands, he'd be playing on offense, right?
That's true. You've said that before.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's caught inside the 35. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. Lawrence, now this is ETN on the draw. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. One quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Options galore here. Second and a few inches. Now Lawrence to throw. This is caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Jaguars have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. So that challenge, a successful one. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back in. And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. The sneak successful from a yard out, and the Jaguars are back within a score. Point after, right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Taken in at the 3. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Their lead back down to one score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. On play action, they'll throw. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that will be incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
It has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. Great blocking, nearly sprung him there. 28-yard return. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
On second down, ETN once more. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 147 yards on the ground for him now, as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. That's going to be caught by Kirk. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A good pickup there at 22. Here's a give to ETN. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, second down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Well, that's the 3rd interception for Lawrence. And the Dolphins are going to have it here at their own 15. Well, that puts a little bit of a wrinkle in their comeback bid.
Yeah, everything had turned around for them, hadn't it? I mean, things were now going their way. But you did mention it's a wrinkle in their comeback bid. It's not the death knell for them by any stretch, but now they've got some extra work to do in order to climb all the way back.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. They get the crucial turnover, just huge, but now they've got the football deep in their own territory, and you got to be careful, because if you give it right back, there goes your lead.
Have to be extremely happy with their defense. They received a gift. That takeaway, even though they're deep in their own territory, now they have the football. And you know there's always that alpha on defense, that grouchy guy. Forget what the coaches said. I'll guarantee you, he told the quarterback, we just took care of you. Now you take care of us.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
And good yardage there on 1st down, because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. This game, it's been defensively oriented on both sides, so I guess it stands to reason that the play of the game comes on defense.
So it's my kind of game. You know that. Anytime we have a defensive battle, but that, as you said, it stands to reason that's the way the game tilted. Someone had to make a big play, and the way the defenses were dominating, that's exactly what we got.
So that effort gives them a 3-point cushion and guarantees that a field goal going forward won't beat them.
Yeah, that's really good strategy, because that's all you care about. Not getting beat at this stage, at least give your team a fighting chance.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. And they have to try and move past that pick 6, because now they're dealing with a 4th-quarter deficit, and they need this drive to end in points. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. The end result, 21 yards.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's... And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And the Jags grab it. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. But he has been a workhorse for them in this game, and ball security hasn't been an issue until that point.
Yeah, and let's face it, when he's going to carry the ball that many times, he becomes more and more of a target for the defense, knowing that he's going to be the primary guy. They'll just send more and more players towards him, trying to make sure they knock the ball free.
And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, fourth quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say, don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching in Atlanta, our apologies.
A give to ETN running right, down at the 25.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. From the 25 on second down, Lawrence. Oh, Ingram, he's got it. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a first down.
ETN with it.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. And this defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
Hey, exit. Hey, Alpha.
Now Lawrence.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
And the Dolphins are right back in this football game.
Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the fourth quarter trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people who are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. A golden opportunity for them now following the interception. They need to try to at least get 3. Obviously, a touchdown puts them in a much more secure position.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. They go play action here on first down. He's going to let it fly. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. The Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
2nd and 6.
He'll look to throw. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. Couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Now a handoff up the middle. Walls.
And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46.
He's back to throw. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. On second down, Walls. And he'll take this one down to the 36. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point, you have to have a splash play in there as well.
So a big one coming now for Jason Sanders. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. If they get nothing else here on 3rd down, it'd be a 53-yard attempt from this spot. They'll look to throw. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to potentially send us to overtime. Sanders' kick is good, and they will tie this game here in the final seconds. So a money kick there in the final seconds, and now, barring any hijinks on the kickoff here, partner, I think you and we're going to settle in for a little overtime.
And I wouldn't have it any other way. This has been a dogfight all through regulation. No reason to think it won't continue in the extra period.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And Charles, obviously not much time left. I'm curious to see if there's enough for them to get into field goal range and try to win this thing.
And partner, you and I both know the safe call is to kneel and just take it into overtime. But it's also very tough to pass up a chance to win it right now as well. But remember, if you do attempt that, it's got to be a big play downfield and still leave yourself enough time to get your field goal unit out there and kick for the win. Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for 2nd down. Here's Lawrence. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go.
I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
Sliding out of the pocket. And the throw there going to be incomplete. 4 quarters not enough. We're all even, and to overtime we go.
How much fun is this for everyone who's watching the game? How much fun is it for us to see this one get an extra period to get settled?
It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And everyone knows the OT rules, Charles, but pretty simple formula. They go down and get a field goal, we continue play, but if they can find the end zone on this possession, ball game over.
And as meticulously as all teams plan for a game, I don't doubt for a second on that offense coordinator's play sheet, he's got some overtime plays that he wants to run. I know it sounds crazy, but they plan for everything. 1st and 10 all the way throughout the game, 2nd and 7, whatever. Right now, he's looking at that play sheet saying, if we get to overtime, what can we break out that they haven't seen?
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Lawrence. And Ingram holds it in. And he is going to have a Jags first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. part of the reason we're in overtime, all the interceptions he's thrown in this game, and that was a good throw right there.
Hey, he's really not daunted, is he, partner? I mean, it's been interception palooza for him, and he's still pushing it downfield, trying to make a play, and he was successful on that throw.
And they'll run here with Etienne. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a first down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 168 yards rushing for him now as his big night continues. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Etienne once more. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Meanwhile, Lawrence's throw here taken in by Ingram. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 34-yard line. Lawrence giving to Etienne here on the option. Down to about the 32.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line.
Hey, orbit.
Here's Lawrence. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And the Dolphins are going to have it with a chance to win the game here in overtime. Gigantic play by this defense, Charles. So they came back in the 4th quarter, took the momentum into overtime, and now they take the football.
And how do you think the team that just threw the pick feels right now? They surrendered the lead, got to overtime.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Up the middle they go. Walls. And a short 3-yard pickup gets him up to the 15. Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Complete to Boyd. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Fuller run show Fatukasi. His 2nd sack of the night. But following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And that nearly picked off. Oh, that would have been a big INT here in overtime. Instead, they'll get another shot on 3rd down. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got a man, complete. Now a timeout called for by the offense. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now back to throw. Open man downfield is Hill. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Here's Devin Singletary. He played in this state at Florida Atlantic. And he powers through the first wave, but he's going to be swallowed up behind the line of scrimmage.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field to despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Now a timeout called for by the offense. It'll be their second and final timeout, remember, here in overtime. We'll be back. So it all rests now on the right foot of Jason Sanders. This to win it in overtime. Now flags come in before the kick. Clearly there was contact. Who was at fault? So it was the defense that jumped, and that'll move them 5 yards closer.
Wonder how they did it. What, they twitched a little bit up front, a little subtle head movement. The officials didn't detect, but they got it done. Now they're 5 yards closer for their field goal attempt.
A 4-yard pickup, not enough. 4th down.
A short gain that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. They'll try and sneak it here. And he is in for the score. And it is absolute stunned silence here as they win it on the road in overtime.
Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout. But instead, they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
And Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one, because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to one possession game at the end, that's not something we see very often. And in this case, these offenses, they brought it. The defenses, they're going to need some work going forward.
So for Miami, the win gets them a step closer to 500 at 5-6. And they'll return home next week to take on the New England Patriots. Meanwhile, for the Jaguars, it's a loss that'll drop them back to 500 through 10 games. And they'll have a quick turnaround as they're back in action Thursday at noon Eastern for the traditional Thanksgiving Day game in Detroit.